Hey guys, Barbara here. Today, December the 5th, starts off the Christmas extravaganza here at the show. Now what that means is that I'm going to be presenting some very easy recipes, some sweet treats, some casserole type things that you can take along with you to the company Christmas party. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. None other than the Honorable Mayor Applesauce of my city, and guess what? My mom didn't turn her back and do this. Mom, show me her good thing. That's why she's putting in ingredients in anything she's making. That's how she does this thing.
Birthday, maybe special occasions.
Yeah.
And you can put dried fruits for raisin in it too, but
like these.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
My first recipe is very simple to make, very few ingredients, and ingredients that you should have already in the refrigerator and the pantry, and it's very, very easy to put together, okay? This is called applesauce cake. I love recipes that are simple like this. Even the measurements are simple. This is 1.5 cups of regular white sugar, 1 cup of applesauce, and this is 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. I think that does it right there for me. That's why I love this recipe. A teaspoon of cinnamon. You can also have a teaspoon of nutmeg, but I'm allergic, so I'm not putting it. A teaspoon of ground ginger, a teaspoon of baking soda, and 3 cups of all-purpose flour that I've sifted. You're gonna need a pan like this, a 9x13, and just grease it. Don't flour it, okay? So we're gonna start off with these first 4 ingredients right here. We don't even need the hand mixer. We're just gonna go ahead and dump. Let me grab a spatula. So just dump everything in here. And this is why you need the spatula. Sour cream. And of course, our gorgeous sweetened condensed milk. Oh Lord, this is what set it off. Now this cake is supposed to have a caramel topping, but I don't have any caramel in the pantry. Usually we have to put on top of ice cream. So I'm either gonna go to the store and buy it, or I'm gonna try to learn how to make caramel today. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. So just give this a stir. I guess you could use a whisk if you have a good strong whisk. But my whisk, they tend to come apart on me, so I'm using a wooden spoon. It smells good. You know why? The condensed milk. You just want to stir this and get out all that lump from the You just want to stir this and get out all the lump from the sour cream. So I did switch out to my whisk. See, these whisks are beautiful. They're colorful. See, they like to come apart like this. But the wooden spoon alone wasn't breaking up the sour cream, okay? So now all we have to do, you're gonna love this cake because it's so simple. The cinnamon, the ginger, and oh, let's stir this first, then we'll do the baking soda. Let's go ahead. Let me get back to my whisk. I think the whisk will be better now. Whisk it in. You guys know that I love cakes that don't use the hand mixer, although for this season I'll probably be making some that uses the hand mixer, but I'm starting off out the gate with a simple one. And then baking soda. Let's see if I could stir that with just a wooden spoon. I think it's lumpy in there, so whisk again, guys. Make it work, okay? Then now we're gonna add the flour in a little bit at a time, 3 cups. Ooh. I like to do this like in thirds. Let's see if I can fold this in. Just take your time with it. My bowl's kind of tall, so I'm not having any hassle with messes being made except where I'm setting the whisk down. I think I'll go ahead and use the whisk again, y'all. I make so many cakes that sometimes I forget what I use with what. So just let me get this worked in, then we'll add the rest of the flour in after this is well incorporated. So this is all the 3 cups of flour. See how thick it got, guys? So let me work it in and then we're ready for the pan. Okay guys, I'm just making sure there's no dry spots on the bottom, and 10 to 1, we'll still find a couple when we put it in the pan. All right, let's dump. just spread it out. It's really thick. I've got the oven preheated to 350. We're gonna bake this for about 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Is it 40 minutes? 40 minutes thereabouts. Sometimes I'm saying words that I'm thinking about in the future, and then they kind of merge with the words that I'm saying now. So just let me even this out, and then into the oven it goes. I'll set the timer, and then I'll go figure out the caramel thing, okay? Joe went to the store for me to try to get the caramel. I wanted him to get the one that, you know, the stuff that you would put on top of ice cream, because I don't want to make the caramel from scratch, because the heavy cream, I searched the whole internet, you can't make caramel sauce without heavy cream. And the heavy cream right now is expensive because they jacked up the price for the Thanksgiving holidays. So it's like $5.99 for a little bottle like that. So I'm like, nah, get the caramel. He couldn't find it, so I told him to get this. The sweetened condensed milk that we boil. I didn't have time to boil that, so I'm just going to open this up and I'm going to microwave it for a little bit just to heat it up, because it's not really pourable, if you know what I mean, when it's that thick. So let me heat it up, and we'll come back. We're going to be drizzling it over our beautiful cake. By the way, look at our cake. I have to cover it up because there's a stupid fly in here. So let me get something to heat this up in, okay? So see, you got to melt it a little bit because they really overcook it. Who's the brand? Nestle's. So just kind of dress it on the top. You don't have to be all fancy about it. By the way, I'm going to set it in this. Let me go ahead and move it now off the cooling thing. Alright guys, I'm putting it in this thing here because I have a lid for it. But we could cover it up, right? So I melted the caramel, the sweetened condensed milk caramel. And we're just going to spread it on top. It doesn't have to really be pretty. And I have enough in the tin still left over to do the sides too, alright? But I kind of want to just do this so we can go on ahead and cut this cake. This cake feels very dense. If you're not a dense cake eater, you might not like this one, but let me cut it first before you decide, okay? I'm going to come back and do the sides in a little bit. I just want to cut for you guys. I've been anxiously awaiting all day. Yeah, guys, I was left at home all day without a car, so I had to send Joe to the store when he left work. And I don't know what he did when he went to the store. What do men do when they go to the store, guys? I'm like, damn, when are you coming home, though, Joe? I want to finish up this show. I want to eat this cake. So let's cut. Are you seeing me cut? This is dense. Let me grab a plate. You guys, you don't even know, there's one stupid fly that got in here today and it doesn't land so that I can kill it. It's torturing me, I'm telling you. So let's taste. Now remember, after we mixed up this batter, it became more like a bread dough almost. It's definitely dense, but not clammy. It's not light like a cake though. You can taste the cinnamon, the ginger, and let me tell you, that sweetened condensed milk caramel is the thing that you need for the top. No use no caramel sauce. I found that it's harder to eat it like this because it's so dense. It's more like a light bread. It's easier to eat slices like this, and especially if you serve it for your guest. I would imagine you could put butter, cheese. It reminds me a little bit of our Creole bun, but just a heavier version, and then it has the applesauce, you know? It's good though. You could just find yourself eating piece after piece after piece. Better watch that. This recipe is brought to you by Not My Mum's Cookbook, Recipes from the Mind of a Teenager by Jada Julianne.